Hi children, welcome to grade 5 English and this is our session 3 in chapter 5, the 3 spinning women. And before getting into our session, let's do an energizer. Children, you have to share what activity or work you did at 7 a.m. today. And along with that, what one activity you will do at 8 p.m. today. Can you share this, children? You can write it in your note and share in grade 5 English Google Classroom. And now let's recap what we have learned in our earlier session. And let's summarize the story, The Three Spinning Women. And once upon a time, there lived a lazy girl and she hated spinning. But her mother always wanted her to help. She just would not do anything. And one day she got so angry and impatient, she started beating the girl, and upon which the girl began to cry loudly. It so happened at that very time the queen was driving by the road. Upon hearing the cries of the girl, she ordered her carriage to stop and she went into the house and demanded the mother why she was beating her daughter so hard that her cries could be heard on the road. And in this picture, you can see the women and the little lazy girl. And the women felt ashamed to talk about her daughter's laziness. So, what she did, she lied to the queen that I cannot make her stop spinning. She wants to spin on and on forever. But I am a very poor lady. I cannot get so much flax. And hearing this, the queen answered, and this is the best news I have heard. I just love spinning and I am happiest when the wheels are humming. So, send your daughter with me to the palace. I have got enough flax with me. She can spin to her heart's content. And after that, the mother was quite pleased to hear this and she agreed. The queen took the girl with her to the palace, and upon arriving at the palace, the queen took the girl upstairs. There were three rooms which were filled from the bottom to the top with the finest flax. And now spin this flax for me, the queen said. When you finish the task, you shall have my oldest son for a husband, she said. I do not mind if you are poor. Your tireless industry, that is hard work, will do for a dowry, she said. The girl became very frightened. She knew very well that she would not able to spin all that flax even if she sat from morning to evening. And when she was alone, she began to cry and she just sat there for 3 days without doing anything. On the third day, the queen came back. The queen was very surprised when she saw that nothing had been spun yet. The girl excused herself, saying that she was missing her mother so terribly, so she had not yet been able to begin her work. This satisfied the queen. But as she left, she said, tomorrow you must begin your work. The girl did not know what to do. In her distress, in pain, she went to the window. She saw three women coming towards her. They were very strange to look at. The first one had a broad, flat foot. The second one had a large lower lip that hung down over her chin, and third one had a broad thumb. They stopped outside the window and they asked her what was wrong. And here in this picture you can see the little girl and the three strange women. She bemoaned her situation. They offered to help her and they had one condition for that. That is, they wanted the girl to invite them to her wedding without being ashamed of them. And also they said, you must call us your aunts and let us be seated at your table. Then we will spin all the flags for you in a very short time, they demanded. The girl was so relieved that she promptly agreed and said, with all my heart, come right in and begin the work at once. The girl felt very happy. The three women came in and settled in the first room. One woman pulled the thread and started pedaling the wheel. The second one moistened the thread, and the third one twisted it and struck the table with her finger. And each time she struck, a skein of the most finely spun thread fell to the floor. The girl was very careful to keep the three spinners hidden from the queen, and she simply showed her the great quantity of thread that had been spun. The queen ended up praising her more and more every day. When the first room was empty, the three women started working on the second one, and they went to the third one, and finally the work was all done. Before the three women took leave, they reminded the girl that don't forget what you have promised us, it will surely bring you good luck. The next day, the girl showed the queen the empty rooms and the large pile of thread. Upon seeing this, the queen was so happy. She made preparations for the wedding. The bridegroom was also very happy, and he felt that he was getting such a clever and industrious wife. And he too praised her vigorously. And the girl said to the queen and bridegroom, I have three aunts. They have been very kind to me, and I do not want to forget them in my good fortune on my wedding. Please allow me to invite them to the wedding and let them be seated next to us at the table. The queen and the bridegroom, after hearing her, they readily agreed. When the feast began, the three women dressed in strange clothing entered the palace. The bride said, Welcome, dear aunts. The aunts hugged the girl and sat right next to her. The bridegroom was shocked to see such strange ladies. However, he went to greet the aunt with a broad flat foot and asked curiously, How did you get such a broad foot? From pedaling, the aunt answered. Then the bridegroom went to the second one and asked, How did you get this fallen lip? From licking the thread, she answered. Then he asked the third aunt, How did you get this broad thumb? From twisting the thread, she answered. This alarmed the prince, and he said, My beautiful bride shall never again touch a spinning wheel. With that, she was freed from the hateful spinning wheel. And this story is written by Jacob and Wilhelm Grimm. Children, I hope you enjoyed this story, right? And what is the moral we learn from this story, children? Always be grateful to the people who have helped you in times of need. And we should not feel embarrassed or ashamed of those who are very important to us. And if you are grateful for all the positive things in our life and around ourselves, we will definitely enjoy fulfilling and happy times. And now, let's do story mapping. Children, first you have to write the main characters and their description in brief. In your English note, you write main characters and you have to fill in all the main characters from the story. And then you have to give a description in brief about all those characters. And second one, you have to write two important events from the story which you like. And the third one, climax. Climax is nothing but the turning point in the story and how it affects the story and how the story ends. That you have to write. Children, after completing this class activity, post this in Grade 5 English Google Classroom. And let me tell you the home assignment of today's session. Complete chapter number 5, questions 1 to 6 in your workbook, page number 59 and 60. Hand in your completed homework in Grade 5 English Google Classroom. And children, drink more water, eat healthy food, reduce your screen time, give adequate rest to your eyes, don't use mobile phones and television often, and stay home and stay safe, children. Thank you so much.